Good evening and welcome. Let me start with a small quote which I received on WhatsApp today. A shaman was asked, "What is poison?" The shaman replied, "Anything beyond what we need is poison. It can be power, laziness, food, ego, ambition, vanity, fear, anger, or whatsoever." This is a very nice saying, it is a very nice quote which has been sent on WhatsApp. I would like to relate it to law. See, when we look at the constitution, our constitution is the best example for everything because that is the mother of all laws, father of all laws, right? So, it is the base for all the other laws which has come into existence, okay? So, now let me relate this, whatever is the quote, to the constitution or the law, whatever you want to take it as. When we look at the constitution of India, we have the freedom. Right? We have the right to freedom, we have the right to equality. There are so many fundamental rights which are written down in the Constitution of India, and various laws have been framed based on whatever is there in the fundamental rights as well as the directive principles of state policy. But sometimes what we observe, there are a certain loopholes, if I may call it so, but actually it is not a loophole. But there are certain aspects, which are not covered under any law, and we have to look up to the Constitution for fresh statutory interpretation. Statutory interpretation means interpretation of the law which is existing. And because of that, we have to make amendments. When we look at certain statutes or laws, as is commonly called, when we look at certain laws, we feel that the interpretation which existed some time back does not match the societal aspects of today. There are so many changes in the society, all of us know, right? So when we have to change it, then the amendment comes. But law, why should law be there? That is an important question. Why should we have a law when there is a nice society? All of us are very disciplined, when we are all bound, very good citizens, right? So why should we have law? Why should we have law is answered by the shaman, the quote by the shaman, saying that everything should be within limit. It should be whatever is necessary. It should not go beyond whatever is the limit. When we don't have any control, what do we tend to do? We tend to go beyond our limits. Unless there is a control which is put on us, we don't bother because we don't know where is the limit. What is the limit? So what we do? We are like just limitless. So we go on and on and on with whatever we are doing. Therefore, law is very necessary. And the shaman's quote applies as to why law is needed in the society. It gives us a sense of discipline. It gives us a control over law. If any of you can read the jurisprudence, then we get to know when we are reading why did law come up, why was law drafted. From common law we have come up to all these specific laws and special laws and substantial laws and all these laws, right? So why was common law there first of all? When there was no drafted law at all, law was not in writing earlier. There was only a common law, the habits, the the practices, the trade usages, this all have evolved into law. So earlier also we had something called law, now also we have something called law, which we can relate to this shaman's quote. Why do we have law? Because there should be a control, some sort of a control, so that we lead quite a disciplined life. There should not be any restrictions on our actions or beliefs or anything. And that is exactly what the Constitution of India does. It doesn't put too much restrictions, but gives a limit after which we can practice everything and enjoy ourselves. Thank you.